Hello, this is Dr. Wealth, or Steve Hobbs, from the Wealth Learning Network. This is video number 10 of 21 from the Dear Manager Leader series. It's about giving you managing and leading insights that are practical to you on an everyday basis. The theme for this video is suggest improvements and lessen conflicting priorities. And you may see it from a more formal perspective. You may hear something like, Dear Manager Leader, it's important you suggest where improvements are requested and required while lessening conflicting priorities with others. Okay, so if that's the bit more formal, let's make some sense of this request. The staff appreciates suggestions for either improvement of the personal performance and that of their involvement in groups, while at the same time lessening conflicting priorities. And if you do so, what you're going to do is advance excellence. So let's take a look at this even in more depth. The real situations are, every day your staff seek insights about how to improve their performance. They're asking you to be clear on what you require of them. In other words, there's little room for movement. It's critical, vital. These are the things that are the most critical and vital elements of their work. Also, what they're asking you to be clear on is what you request to them. In other words, there's a bit of room for negotiation. Yes, it's important and essential, but they know that they can ask some questions about it. The whole concept here of require and request is that whatever you require of someone, they must have the competence to be able to do that level of work before they even start doing the work. Let's get some clarification here. From a job profile perspective, have you been explicit about the concepts, knowledge, and practices, skills required and requested of each person? The key here is explicit. Just because it's written in a document and maybe you've spoken about it in passing, you have to be explicit about the concepts, knowledge, and practices and skills you require and request of each person. If not, what happens is, without this clarity, they're left wondering and wandering about, often engaged in busyness rather than the business. Now, please realize, the more your staff are clear on what you require and request of them, the more they know what to bring to work, because you're clear about what you'll supply to assist them to do great work. Now, let me just be clear again here. Whatever you require and request of them, you have to supply the necessary resources to make that happen. Just like what they do is they require and request things of you, and also they bring the best of who they are to the workplace every day. Tomorrow, here's a great suggestion. Ask your staff, what do you require and request from me? In other words, you're representing the organization to do your great work. So let me say that again. What do you require and request from me to do great work? In doing so, you gain insight into what makes a great workplace for your staff. Here's a reference to a book that I have written on the wealthlearning.com website. Because really what you're attempting to do here is, on any given day, is create a great workplace. A place of work where everyone gets along with one another and they achieve what they need to do, the groups accomplish what they need to do, and that the clients are taken care of. One of the other things staff are looking for is to lessen the conflict around priorities. Conflict surfaces for many reasons, and sometimes it's helpful to be in conflict because it can be a great way to motivate and inspire you to get along with other people. However, one of the more obvious reasons for conflict is confusion about implementation. Where there's confusion, there's possible conflict. Where there's conflict, there's no implementation. Because if people are working against each other, the conflict weakens prioritization of work, which in turn weakens relationships amongst staff. And once there's weakened relationships among staff, then the factors of know, like, and trust diminish, which can work against people in the workplace. Therefore, when you lessen conflicting priorities, you help each person fulfill their accountabilities and achieve their commitments. And so, instead of thinking about it as clarity from confusion, let's wipe out the confusion and rewrite it as, or reimagine it as, clarity from consistency. How is it that you can achieve consistency among the staff that you're working with? Because with consistency, you're able to get the work done that's important to both of you and or to the whole group. What I'm offering to you also is anything that may have been of interest out of this video. You can book a virtual coffee meeting. We'll connect for about 15 minutes or more and explore your managing leading requirements and requests. Here is the website address for you to look up the virtual coffee meeting and book one with us. Also, the coordinates to make contact with us are the website, the blog, Twitter handle, Facebook, and of course the email. We enjoy hearing from you, so thanks very much and take care.